any organisation, evaluation is a high investment, and so we wanted to make sure, particularly as a charity, that every penny that we're spending on it, we really understand why, and we really understand what we want to get from it. And so we were using our evaluation output and the insight that we were getting month on month from CIsion to help us build up a picture of what we were doing, but it wasn't really giving us any detail behind the numbers. Over the last sort of 6 to 9 months, we've been working really closely with CIsion to change, completely turn around how we approach our evaluation and insight work. So when we started out, we had a almost completely volume-driven evaluation approach, and we had a little bit of quality insight, but it was quite top line. So we're turning that totally on its head and focusing on how we can find out what our coverage is driving, what people are taking from it, and how it's impacting on behaviour and people's views on Macmillan.
At Kellogg's over the last few years, our measurement has changed quite a bit. When I first started in Kellogg's about 4.5 years ago, we had very disparate measurement. We had about 15 different markets doing all sorts of different calculations using different tools and suppliers. We've centralised all of that together, so we use one supplier now across Europe, and that is CIsion. And actually they've really helped us improve our monitoring, our measurement and our campaign evaluation as well.
What we're always aiming for is to get a bigger share of voice and bigger share of minds, and make sure that we're getting as much coverage as possible from our customers, but also from the publishers of the Lad Bibles and the BuzzFeeds of this world. And so what we look at in my consultancy is what are the things that, when we do get coverage like that, what have we achieved on the way there? And so engagement rate is really important, but it's not the be all and end all. Research from Nielsen shows that just because I've clicked on an ad doesn't mean I'm any more likely to have to buy the product. But that can help, because as a result of that, you're going to reach more people organically. So organic reach is really important as well. Sentiment, absolutely. And then also brand uplift too. And what we generally see is if it ticks all those boxes, there's a really good chance that it's then going to be covered as well.
There's always going to be a place for viral in social media, but I think it's just going to be now part of your marketing mix naturally. I think the days of necessarily having press pick up, a specific tweet that you posted are kind of gone. There are exceptions to that rule, but it's not the norm. And I think that, viral messaging, it's just kind of what people expect now. They want to see how brands are going to respond to a tweet. And I think it has to be a part of just your ethos as a brand. And that's why it's so important to understand who you are as a brand, what your tone is, and how you're going to interact and engage with your consumers. Because no brand is too dull for social media.
It's knowing where to start. I think people who have never used AI before, they read about it, they have they hear about it, and it becomes this massive thing. So I think it's starting small. There's lots of free demos. There's there's trials online. See what you can find. Have a look, test, explore. Start small. Look at what you want to solve, what you want to do, what insight do you want to get, what data, structured and unstructured, do you have. And then look at the options out there.